darkness. Your room is ready, child. Enjoy your stay. We all know why the chicken crossed the road. Because it wanted to get to the other side. But do you know why the chicken crossed the zoo and put its arm in the mouth of a tiger? Because it was trying to prove it wasn't a chicken. I don't know what it is with chickens, but they're not exactly blessed in the clever department, are they? And talking of not being blessed in the clever department, this is the Visitors Book, where all the grisly tales of all my wicked guests are written down. Want to see why one of these bad children is down here? This is Charlie's story. I call it Nerves of Steel. This court is in session. The state versus Charlie Chicken. Once upon a time, in a comic strip world where superheroes roamed, there lived a stupid boy called Charlie Chicken. He was the only boy in a family of noisy girls. Can we eat now? Which meant that to make himself heard, he had to lie. I can turn water into chocolate. Great. Can we eat now? And do dangerous things. I said, can we eat now? His mother warned him never to use these skills outside the home. Nobody likes a liar, Charlie, and all this dangerous stuff will only end in tears. But Charlie knew best. Right, question 1. Excuse me, miss. May I address the class? Only if you wanted attention. But the planet is under threat from a flaming meteor, miss, and I'm the only person who can save it. I haven't told you before, but I am a superhero. Wow. Take 4 detentions. You must do what you must do, miss. But I must leave this lesson now to fly into the stratosphere and deflect the meteor off course with my special meteor-deflecting jumper. Would this have anything to do with the maths test I'm just about to give you? How dare you! Of course, his little lie had everything to do with missing the test. But his classmates were too starstruck to notice. Are you really a superhero? Course! Wow! And do you do dangerous things all the time? The closest Faisal had ever come to danger was eating a falafel 2 days after its sell-by date. Danger's my middle name. I've played 10-pin bowling with an angry armadillo, bungee jumped off the wings of a 747 and stopped a stampede of buffalo with a high-powered jet of Super P. So, what's your superhero name? Fast Man. That's a bit boring. I mean, strong man. Does that mean you work in a circus? I mean, fearless man, because I know no fear. And what colour's your suit, fearless man? Brown, so that when he's scared it doesn't show. I mean, this morning started with me flying through a burning building to save a burning budgerigar, which I had to put out by diving into the Thames, where I bumped into a stranded mink. In order to prove Madison wrong, Charlie invited everyone back to his house for a demonstration of his fearless superhero powers. What Charlie hadn't realised was that Madison was a real superhero called Lie Detector Girl, whose mission was to track down liars and shame them. And now, before your very eyes, behold, a boy can fly. Bravo! What else can you do to amaze us? I can jump down again and miraculously fly over this bush. Behold! Ooh, I don't think so. Right, you want to see Fearless? Hello, I don't know you, do I? No, I've never seen you before in my life. And do you have a dog? I do. Good, because I am completely fearless and would love to kiss your dog's face while he is eating his dinner. That is fearless. It's incredibly stupid to kiss a strange dog's face while it's chewing chump chops. OK, why don't you and your friends come in while I find Fang? What Charlie didn't tell them was that the dog was 21 years old, had no teeth, and belonged to his auntie, who had been reading from a script that Charlie had written. My dear, you're not Fearlessman. That dog can't eat anything but milkshakes. In a last-ditch attempt to save his reputation, Charlie put his arm inside a tiger's cage. Wow. Only Fearlessman would do this. I can't watch it, so dangerous. He won't do it. Chicken by name, chicken by nature. Behold, Fearlessman. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go somewhere private to grow a new hand. Charlie Chicken should have been stumped, but he had one last trick up his sleeve. It was a slightly dodgy clinic in the Balls Pond Road that specialised in creating superheroes from ordinary people. Welcome, Charlie. I am Dr. Anethicus. All done. I have stripped out your nerves and replaced them with steel wires. Steel does not transmit pain, and without pain, there is nothing to be scared of. I am fearless. Precisely. So Charlie went straight back to school and challenged Madison. You think I'm not fearless, man? What? Nothing. I am Fearlessman, and you owe me an apology. My lie detector's never wrong. There must be something I can do to convince you that I'm fearless. We all saw what that tiger did to a false arm. Give him your real arm instead. OK, it's a deal. I did warn you that playing dangerous games would end in tears. I'm not crying. I can't feel a thing. Mrs. Chicken wanted Dr. Unethicus to get rid of the nerves of steel so that Charlie's life would never be put at risk again. But further surgery was impossible, and the only option was magnetisation, so that Charlie's mother could stick him onto the fridge and keep a constant eye on him. All right, dear. I'm bored. In all ways, it was a splendid solution, except when Charlie went outside. So you see, Your Honour, that's what made the gold and silver jewellery jump through the shop window and into his pocket. Is that it? Is that the best story you can come up with to defend your client? Yes, Your Honour. Accidental jewel theft due to magnetic nerves of steel. I don't believe a word of it. Charlie Chicken, you are a self-confessed liar. It's quite clear that you've robbed a jewellery store, got yourself caught, and have cooked up this ludicrous story about Fearlessman and nerves of steel to keep yourself out of prison. But it's true! Take him down and throw away the key. But every time they did, it magnetised itself to Charlie and he let himself out. So his sentence was changed to 10 years isolation in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean where there was no metal to mess it up. A wooden raft was secured to the seabed with non-metallic ropes. And Charlie was left alone with the silence. How he longed for his noisy sisters. But somebody hadn't thought the punishment through. For that night, Charlie heard a groan from underneath him as all of the wrecks of all of the world's sunken boats were sucked from their watery graves by his magnetic pull. And with that much hardware on board, Charlie Chicken went down like the setting sun and sank without a trace. I think we should have a competition. What superhero name shall we give Charlie Chicken? Magnet Man? Super Wreck? Or my particular favourite, Fish Food? Fish Food!